Let's see how you like my Facts Blast Cannon. That's right, today we're sharing 5 Transformers facts about Wheeljack. Like this video and let me know which is your favourite version of Wheeljack, and make sure you follow me if you want to see more Transformers facts. Fact 1. Making his first on-screen appearance in the first episode of the Transformers Sunbow cartoon, More Than Meets the Eye Part 1, Wheeljack was actually the first ever Transformer to appear in the Sunbow Transformers cartoon. Hasbro imported his toy from Takara's Diaclone toy line into the Transformers in 1984. Japanese toy designer Hiyuki Obara created Wheeljack's original toy, which was released as part of the 1982 Diaclone car robots assortment as the number 18 Lancia Stratos Turbo. The Alt mode is based on a racing version of the Lancia Stratos Turbo, complete with accurate racing livery and sponsor decals, except the logos for the Italian airline Alitalia were changed to Elitala. The number 18 Lancia Stratos Turbo was imported into the Transformers as Wheeljack, practically unchanged. Long before the practice went out of style, tobacco companies sponsored motorsport, and Wheeljack's Diaclone toy got caught up in this. The number 18 Lancia Stratos Turbo was available in a red deco with Marlboro logos. This version of the number 18 Lancia Stratos Turbo would become known as Exhaust in future Transformers releases. Fact 2. As the resident Autobot inventor, Wheeljack came out with a lot of exciting creations throughout the Sunbow cartoon, some of which literally blew up in his face. Still, we can't forget that he's responsible for one of the series' favourite big bozos. That's right, Wheeljack created the Dinobots. While he didn't do it alone, he was undoubtedly the primary catalyst for their creation. In the Season 1 episode of the Sunbow cartoon, SOS Dinobots, the Autobots discover a cavern behind the Ark filled with dinosaur bones. After a trip to a museum and some time in the workshop, Wheeljack unveils the first of the Dinobots, Grimlock, Slag and Sludge. A few episodes later, in the episode War of the Dinobots, Wheeljack unveiled the remaining members of the Dinobots, Snarl and Swoop. Although the Dinobots proved to be problematic during the Sunbow cartoon, Wheeljack must have been pretty proud of his creations, especially as they saved the Autobots on numerous occasions. They definitely backfired far less than some of Wheeljack's other creations. Fact 3. As with many of the other 1984 and 1985 Autobots, Wheeljack was offline during the Transformers the movie, tragically meeting his demise off-screen, only being shown already offline, laying on the floor after RC drags Windcharger's body next to his. Bizarrely though, this wasn't the last we would see of Wheeljack in the G1 cartoon continuity, even if it was the last we would see of him in the Sunbow cartoon. Wheeljack showed up briefly in the Japanese Headmasters series and was shown more prominently in Transformers Victory in a scene where he helped Perceptor and Minerva to rebuild God Jinrai as Victory Leo. I can't help but feel that Wheeljack lived up to his Mad Scientist title bestowed upon him in his original G1 toy bio in this scene, as he's essentially resurrecting the fallen Autobot into a new body. Fact 4. Talking of Wheeljack's G1 toy bio, he's got some pretty spectacular abilities hidden away in there, besides his well-known abilities as an inventor of sometimes successful gadgets and gizmos. His bio reads as follows. Function, Mechanical Engineer. Never do what your enemy expects you to do. Wheeljack is the mad scientist of the Autobots, always inventing new weapons and gadgets, most adept at driving while in car mode. Likes to show off his stunts, flying range of 800 miles using solid fuel rockets in arms, shoots magnetic inducer, shrapnel needle and gyro inhibitor shells from his shoulder cannons. He is his own worst enemy, often injured while experimenting with new weapons. First of all, this has got to be the only time that Wheeljack has been referred to as the most adept at driving, as plenty of Transformers have a stronger claim to that title than Wheeljack. Secondly, I also can't think of many occasions when Wheeljack has flown, let alone for distances of 800 miles, but apparently he's been keeping quiet about that ability for all this time. Now, to be fair, these toy bios written by Bob Budiansky weren't always adhered to for subsequent Transformers media, but it's interesting to see with Wheeljack how half of his bio, the part about being a haphazard inventor, seems to have stuck, but the other half of his bio was ignored right from the start. Fact 5. American actor and stand-up comedian Christopher Collins, aka Chris Latta, voiced Wheeljack in the Sunbow Transformers cartoon. Chris Latta was known for his wild behaviour. Screenwriter Flint Dille used to tell stories of the time he had to bail Chris out of jail so that he could make it to voice recording sessions. Chris Latta was undeniably a vibrant individual, but unfortunately he passed away in 1994 at the age of 44. In addition to his stand-up comedy work, Chris Latta worked on many memorable voice acting roles, including Cobra Commander in G.I. Joe, Mo Sizlak and Mr. Burns in the first season of The Simpsons. He also appeared in Star Trek The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. In the Sunbow Transformers cartoon, Chris Latta was best known for voicing Starscream, but he also voiced Defensor, Krunk, Laserbeak and Buzzsaw, Reflector, Sparkplug and The Sweeps. This is Prymus84 and you've been watching the 5 Facts of Prymus. Thanks for watching. Follow me if you want to see more Transformers facts and let me know in the comments if I missed anything, got anything wrong, or if there's anything you want me to cover next.